What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Porch up here, and I'm coming at you with another entry of the June Vlog Challenge for 2022. So this makes this entry number 9, June 9th, 2022. Happy National Donald Duck Day. Did you know it was National Donald Duck Day?
I did not.
Now you do. Sorry, I had to readjust here. I also wanted to, once again, talk about the giveaway, the digital copy code for the Batman. So if you guys are interested, just comment down below that you guys want to be put in the drawing, and on the last day of the June Vlog Challenge, I'll do like a randomized thing for it, and then whoever wins it can has it. So, today it didn't rain, which was actually kind of weird because we've had so much rain today, but apparently it's supposed to rain tomorrow, right?
It's supposed to rain tonight.
Oh, it's supposed to rain tonight. Okay, so it technically will rain today. So, who would have thunk? I am okay with it. I might actually let us sleep a little easier tonight because for some reason, just when the rain hits, like I get more sleepy. I don't know about you.
I'm just permanently sleepy.
Permanently sleepy.
I can't stop the sleepies.
You kicking ass in solitaire though?
No, actually, this hand's giving me a run for my money.
She plays solitaire on her phone. I think it's cute.
I'm an old lady trapped in a young person's body.
Speaking of which, parents for Chandler again.
It's my Chandler. No, don't kiss me. No!
There you go. Chandler, give Mom a kiss.
No.
Give Mom a kiss with that stinky breath. They just ate. We changed up their eating schedule. I posted on one of the 30-day June vlog challenge, or 30-day June photo challenge. That's what I was trying to say. There's too many challenges, but we switched them from 2 cups of hard food. We switched them to a cup of hard food and a cup of this Purina Essentials, whatever. And I've never seen him eat so fast. He's not very food motivated to begin with. So, but like the second that I put that thing down, like it's gone in less than like 2 minutes. So they really like it. He likes it. The past few days they've had turkey and sweet potatoes. So it's Thanksgiving every night for Chandler and Ami. And then before that they had, I can't remember what the other one was.
It's salmon.
Salmon and rice.
I think. Because
salmon
it's
and
the
rice.
Same formula as their food.
Yeah.
Chandler is a bubble boy.
If he eats the wrong thing, then he automatically, he drank rainwater when he was a puppy, and he almost died. So, don't do that.
Ow.
Don't do that. And now Ami's going under the covers and stuff, just being ridiculous. So, she's giving up on life. I also was able to enjoy, it was chili cheese Coney day at Sonic. So they had foot-long conies for $1.99 today at Sonic. And so I got me 2 because I'm a gluttonous pig. And then I got me chili cheese fries with onions and jalapenos on top. And then she's like, oh, get me 2. I was like, you got it, champ. So, and then she also got chili cheese fries. So I got her 2, and I pulled them out of the box, and she said, oh, I should have gotten 1. I didn't know they were footlongs.
I didn't know.
Because she thought they were just like the 6-inch conies, like the small ones that they do. Which I think when they do that, it's like $1. But I mean, but whatever. So yeah, she ate 2 chili cheese conies today, and then
I did not eat my chili cheese.
She did not eat her chili cheese tots. I did that for her. So I ate my chili cheese tots, her chili cheese tots, my 2 conies, and I had something else at lunch. I can't remember what I had. But anyway, no, I guess I'm just training. My body's in training mode right now. It's training season is what I keep telling people. So, for the Big Texan Challenge. And, less than, about 2 months from now. It's not less than 2 months. It's around 2 months from now.
Yep.
Because I'm going to do it on the 13th, August 13th. Which I wish was on a Friday. Is it on a Friday?
No, it's on Saturday.
Damn it, that would have been a lot cooler if I did it on Friday the 13th. But what are you going to do? So, yeah, August 13th, Thursday, August 13th, is when I'm planning on doing that. I was going to wait and do it for, I don't know, the weekend or something like that, but I decided to just go ahead and do that. Because I originally was going to plan doing it, on a Sunday night, and then I was like, no, because then I'll hate myself the next day at work. So I better not do that to myself. But regardless, um, I'm really excited to do that. I'm actually anticipating. Of course, if I fail, it's I have to pay for the food, which is it's $75. It's quite a chunk of change, but I mean, even if I lose, it's still I enjoyed the experience. It's like a practice squad player when they go like from the NFL or they go from college and they go to the practice squad and they get cut. I was just glad I was here for the experience. I never made the roster, but I'm glad I was here. Um, so, and then we had Tire One for dinner tonight, which is a local Thai joint, and it's actually pretty freaking good. They got some good stuff. I apparently ordered the wrong wontons though, so that's kind of a fail on my behalf because we get the cream cheese wontons, and I thought that's what I was adding when I did DoorDash, but they sent us like pork wontons. They were still good, but I mean, really one of them cream cheese wontons, if you catch my drift. But anyway, it's still got everything still got 8, and then I had to finish her fried rice because.
You would think that I wouldn't be heavier than him. Like, I literally weigh more than him, but he finishes my food most of the time. It's really annoying.
It's kind of ridiculous, and I don't know why that happens. I guess genetics. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't even begin to explain what the issue is. Also, part of my 30-day photo challenge is I posted this new shirt that I got. It's a Stranger Things shirt. Got it at Walmart yesterday when I bought a bunch of stuff. I bought the Batman. I bought this shirt and new shoes, and I bought one more thing. I can't remember. Oh, I have the 2002 Envoy. That's my car, and it has a CD player. It does not have an auxiliary jack though, which I'm like, damn. So what I did was I was perusing the electronics department at Walmart, and they have this table of just clearance stuff. I'm like, I probably won't find anything, but I'll go for it. And I was just, looking at it. And they have the cassette decks that is Bluetooth now, which back in my day, it was wired because we actually had to do that with my grandma's old, what did she have? She had some car, and we had to connect the cassette to a cord that was the CD player. So the CD player would plug into the headphone jack, and we would listen on like the old school like Sony like CD players connected to a tape deck. It was actually kind of like, wow, that's ridiculous. I want to say Oldsmobile, but I don't think that's right. I don't think she had an Oldsmobile. I think she had a. Anyway, I'm not even gonna try to remember it. I'll remember it at like 3:00 in the morning. And we'll be like, oh, that was the name of the car, because that's just how my brain operates sometimes. I asked you guys in the poll today. Actually, it was technically like 2 days ago, but I asked you guys, do you prefer summer or winter? I already know her answer. She prefers the summertime, sadness. That's a good Lana Del Rey song. I actually said that I prefer. I never really gave my opinion on it. I'm indifferent. Like, I'm more of a fall guy, so I like in between. But if I had to pick one, thank you, Chandler. If I had to pick one, I would probably pick winter, because I've been sweating a lot this week, and it's disrespectful. That's just how I feel about sweating. Especially since in my delivery van, it's leather interior. And that's just a puddle of sweat every single time when it gets hot. So, but I don't have to worry about that in the wintertime. I can tell you that much. Even when I have the heater on, I still am able to not sweat puddles inside the damn van. So, I think you guys also picked winter. So, good on y'all for picking it. The question I have for y'all tomorrow is something I'm really going to be looking forward to. And we'll discuss that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. The 30-day music challenge was pick a favorite song from a movie. So I picked U2's Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me from Batman Forever. Because just growing up, I had the Batman Forever cassette. And between that and Kiss from a Rose, I played those two songs and rewound them over and over and over. Because it starts off with the U2 song and then it goes into the Seal song. So I would just restart the tape at the end of Kiss from a Rose or Kiss by a Rose by Seal. So the other songs on the soundtrack, I'm like, whatever. I think the only other one that I liked was Smash It Up by The Offsprings. But those two were my go-to. Was the first two songs off that album. What song would you pick? I mean, I know that you said you don't have that good of a memory when it comes to stuff like that, but...
Well, I was thinking probably Brandy.
Oh, from Guardians Volume 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that song, man.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the context of the plot of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, fuck. But that's a good song. I do find myself just, Brenda, you're a fine girl. You know, get that in my voice, you know, kind of like a little bit of Elvis comes out. Speaking of Elvis coming out, apparently that new movie is awesome as hell. His daughter actually approved of it. They showed them the I guess the final cut of the movie, and apparently the estate was like, oh yeah, that's a good representation of Elvis. So I'm actually kind of excited to see that at some point. Also wanted to wish happy birthday. It's Johnny Depp's birthday today, so he won his case right on time. If this would have carried on through his birthday, I would have been really, really upset for him. But yeah, it's his birthday, and I hope that this is the happiest birthday that he's going to have in many, many years. Because let's be honest, he probably hasn't since they got married like 2016 or something like that. So he probably hasn't had that many good birthdays since he got married to that. Oh God, he called her so many names. But yeah, she wasn't a very good person. And so I just hope that he has a good birthday. So Rocket asked me a question yesterday, and I didn't get around to it, so I'm going to go ahead and get around to it today. He asked me, what are my favorite horror movie franchises? No particular ranking, but I'm going to try the best that I can. I love horror movies. We were actually just talking about this. It's one of her least favorite genres, but it's my favorite genre.
No.
Yeah.
It was second and third.
Oh, yeah, you put it third. Oh, she doesn't like comedies very much.
Yeah.
Which comedies is like 1A to my horror's 1B, you know. Like those I flip-flop all the time. Right now I'm in horror mode because of movies like the new Scream and Halloween Kills last year and Halloween Ends this year. I'm more of in a horror movie. Black Phone, that's coming out at the end of the month, and I'm really, really looking forward to seeing that. After we get back from our trip, definitely, I'd like to go see it in theaters. You haven't seen a trailer for it, have you?
Uh-uh.
Black Phone. Oh, I gotta show you a trailer after this. You're probably going to be interested in seeing it.
Oh, it's Michael J. Fox's birthday too.
Michael J. Fox. Okay, so two badasses in cinema, Michael J. Fox and I almost said Robert Downey Jr. Johnny Depp. But I love Robert Downey Jr. too. But anyway, so the horror franchises, I'm just going to go with 5 right now. Absolute favorites, Nightmare on Elm Street. And that's why I keep being like saying with the new season of Stranger Things, should have a resurgence of a Nightmare on Elm Street because of Vecna. Definitely kind of like a Freddy Krueger type of serial killer, mixed with a little bit of Pennywise. And I actually pointed this out the other day that if you shaved the Grinch, it would be Vecna's figure because he's got them those baby making hips. If you actually pause that part in one of the episodes, it has like a full body shot of him. It's like you could definitely tell that he likes cake and cookies. He likes to eat the souls of the children, as also with Pillsbury as his best friend. So definitely Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm a big Saw fan. Saw, those movies. Not one bad Saw movie. Even the worst Saw movie is still good, if not decent, in my opinion. I do think that Spiral, the latest one, is probably the weakest of the Saw movies that I've seen.
I liked it the most because it wasn't as bloody.
Yeah, see, that's why I was like, it's like, I was actually more interested in seeing, I love I love the plot. Obviously, like even my wife respects the plot of Saw. She just can't get. She just can't get past the gore and all that
the
stuff.
Torture is just too much.
The torture. See, that's just the piece of resistance.
Which is why horror came in third, because thrillers came in second.
Yeah, she likes those.
But I put superhero movies all in its own category.
Yeah,
that's number one.
That kind of deserves its own category. But
this dog.
But let me go back to talk about Elm Street. I didn't embellish on that enough. For my favorite one, I kind of skimmed over it. But what?
I gave the dog a kiss.
Oh, I thought you went.
No, I went.
I was like, what the fuck?
He's sharing my pillow.
He's a weirdo. He's a cute little weirdo. Just the humble beginnings of Nightmare on Elm Street, the way that they started with Bob Shea, the producer, pretty much financing, pretty much with his own bank account, the movie, and then, banking on it to be a success, because New Line Cinema up to that point wasn't really making that very many successful movies to begin with. Bob Shea, I think, was selling like reels from the back of his van to college professors and shit like that, like movie theaters and stuff like that. At the beginning of his career, that's what New Line Cinema kind of started as, and then eventually blossomed. And now New Line Cinema owns the rights to they did have the rights to Jason for a hot minute, but I don't know if who gets the rights, because that whole lawsuit thing's still going on, so that's still pretty much a headache. But just Robert Englund and his portrayal as Freddy, being Freddy in every single movie except for the remake, which even I thought Jackie Earle Haley did a pretty good job. He was did pretty good for what he was given. And I mean, it started Johnny Depp's career, going back to Johnny Depp. That was the first movie Johnny Depp ever did, was A Nightmare on Elm Street. He was a musician before he was an actor, and he actually did Nightmare on Elm Street so that he can have enough money to go on tour with his band. And then eventually people were like, man, you should really stick around to this acting thing. You got kind of a knack for it. And then he eventually did Crybaby and Edward Scissorhands and 21 Jump Street. And what they say, the rest is history. So Lawrence Fishburne was in Dream Warriors. I think that was one of his first roles. Patricia Arquette was in Nightmare on Elm Street 3 also. Even Roseanne Barr and Tom Arnold make a cameo appearance in Freddy's Dead, right along with Alice Cooper. So it's just, even the cast, just by itself, the cast, just one of the best in all the horror movie franchises. So yeah, definitely my favorite, especially the story. Like, if you avoid Camp Crystal Lake, you can avoid Jason. If you avoid Haddonfield, you can avoid Michael Myers. But you have to fall asleep at some point, and that's terrifying as shit. I think we can all kind of agree that is absolutely fucking terrifying. So that is why that is my number one. Number two, Saw. First of all, the plot. It kept it interesting throughout the entire movies. Like I said, even some of the worst movies still had a good plot. There's even one where Jigsaw took on, Medicaid, pretty much, is the plot in one of the movies. He takes on the insurance company. Which even that plot point, I mean, it was it was very political, and they showed John McCain on one of the TVs in one of the scenes and talk about these politicians this, these politicians that, talking shit about what's going on. Right at the peak of Obamacare, I think, is when that movie was released. So tensions were high when it came to that, obviously, if you were good, bad, or indifferent about it. And even that plot point was just kind of like, okay, I can kind of see where he's going. Because the way that it's broken down is this guy, he runs his own insurance, office, and he actually talks to John Kramer before he becomes Jigsaw, and he's like, so who comes up with the algorithm? Who comes up with who gets covered and who doesn't? And he's like, oh, that's all me, man. It's all me. I come up with everything. He's like, so pretty much you get to choose who lives and who dies. And John's like, I don't fucking appreciate that shit. So, sorry, I didn't mean to go on a tangent about that, but I just always thought that was a very, left field curveball plot point, as Jigsaw takes on the insurance company. But the first three movies especially, you could have ended it at number 3. I think it would have been just fine, because that was a pretty good trilogy to wrap up the series. But then they just kept releasing them. The awesome thing also was, it was every Halloween for 7 years in a row. We got a Saw movie. And no other franchise has been able to do that. And I think it's remarkable that Saw had that 7-year itch. And then I think it took them about 5 or 6 years to make Jigsaw, and then it took them about another 3 or 4 more years to make Spiral. But apparently we're getting a new Saw next year with John Kramer coming back, and apparently it's going to take place within the first 3 movies, which a lot of the plot takes place within those couple of years. And I'm really excited about that because I cannot get enough Saw movies. My third favorite, I'd probably say, recency bias would probably be Halloween. Halloween is going strong right now. The last movie was kind of lukewarm, but I mean, if you went in, because even her and I kind of had this debate going back and forth. If you went in from the title alone, which Halloween Kills, which Michael Myers does a lot of kills in that movie, then congratulations, you got your money's worth. If you went in for a decent plot, maybe not so much, because the plot was kind of just all over the place, and I know they had to shoehorn in a few things, and they had to, bridge the gap before Halloween ends, because apparently they already had that plot obviously set up, and they actually, I think, were planning on filming the first 2 movies back to back, or the last 2 back to back, but COVID happened and all that crap. So go figure. And then just the creepy aspect of it, that a guy wears a mask and stalks the babysitters, and it could be small town USA. It could be in your own neck of the woods. It could be your own neighborhood, and it started off being a legit like true crime, like this could actually happen, and that's kind of where my respect lies for that. I mean, they eventually get into bloodlines and cults and druids and and the goddamn runes and shit like that. But what it started off as, you kind of got to have a little respect for it, especially since, again, it's kind of like it could happen. It could happen in a small town. It could happen here in Amarillo, Texas. It could happen in Atlanta, Georgia. It could happen in Ontario, Canada. Like it could happen anywhere, and that's what the most terrifying thing is, in my opinion. Then number 4, I'd probably say Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th is getting put on the back burner because of this whole lawsuit situation, and that's what kind of sucks about it, because I think the 50th anniversary was 2018. Or was it 2020, or the 40th anniversary? It was one of the milestone anniversaries, and they missed it. They could have had one for the anniversary, but the lawsuit was going on, and that pissed off a lot of fans, because the new movies, especially the last movie, definitely needed a sequel. Just like the last Nightmare on Elm Street movie needed a sequel, but we were never going to get one, unfortunately. So, but yeah, the plot started off one way, and then it ends a different way, and then, there's no Jason in the first movie, and then you don't get the Jason that everybody knows and loves with the hockey mask until the 3rd movie. So it kind of had to hit puberty. It took a little longer for it to hit puberty, because it wasn't until part 3 and then on that it was the true Jason. Part 2 was the old potato sack, pillowcase, baghead Jason. And then part 1 was, spoiler alert, it was his mother in the first one. But yeah, that eventually got a little ridiculous with, Jason goes to Manhattan, or in this case, Vancouver, Canada. And then they shoot his ass up into outer space. And it's just we are out of ideas. And so now we're going to have him face off against Freddy. And then we're going to reboot the franchise. And then we're going to leave it in limbo for over a decade now, because I think the remake came out in 2010, 2011. So it's been dormant for a long time, and it doesn't need to be dormant. And I'd probably say the last one would probably be Scream. Scream is probably especially that last movie. That last movie is fantastic. Even with all the shit going on about Nev Campbell probably not coming back, and Courtney Cox coming back over Nev Campbell, and now David Arquette's throwing his hat in the ring, saying that, you know, it can't survive without Nev Campbell. And somebody made the stupid comparison that you can't make a Scream movie without Nev Campbell. It's like making a Halloween movie without Jamie Lee Curtis. Halloween 3, 4, 5, 6. Rob Zombie, the second one. It's like there has been a handful of them, and they've been really successful without Jamie Lee Curtis. So, and besides, Nev Campbell's, I think Sydney's story's kind of wrapped up. So, I think they can actually venture out and they can actually do something different. They can follow the new cast that we were introduced to in the last movie, and I'd be totally cool with it. It's like they've mentioned it in the previous movie, in Five Cream or Scream 5, or just called Scream, Scream 2022. They passed the torch. It's no longer Dewey, Gail, and Sydney. You get a whole group of friends now that most of them survived the night of the nights of Ghostface. Ghostface doesn't have multiple nights. But yeah, so Scream definitely wraps up the top 5. No Texas Chainsaw Massacre, no Pinhead, no Chucky. Chucky's probably an honorable mention. I did love the Child's Play movies growing up, that's for sure. But anyway, guys, I've been really long-winded. So Rocket, send me another question, and it'll just be the Rocket Show. Like, just I'll answer all your questions, and there'll be, 15-minute, tangents about it. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank y'all so much once again for dropping by. I'm very interested to talk to y'all tomorrow. Very interested to talk about the poll, talk about the June photo challenge, and anything else that has gone on throughout my day. All right. Thank you so much, and always remember, my little piglets, Colin Pork Chop loves y'all the most. So y'all take it easy, guys, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.